name is Lina. I was actually born in Hong Kong, but both my parents were Indonesian Chinese, so both of them were born in Indonesia.
Yeah.
I have been in the UK for 22 years now, on and off, but I have worked in various large organizations like HSBC, Barclays, JP Morgan, and I was a permanent employee involved in various internal audit functions and compliance assurance functions. And starting from, I'd say, 3 years ago, I've decided then to capitalize on all of these experiences that I've got from various financial institutions. I've then decided to go self-employed, where I have my own consultancy businesses, and I conduct audit and compliance services for international public sector organizations like United Nations, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and European Commissions. My job would involve reviewing the entire entity or the business functions or beneficiaries that receive these large public funding or donations from these big organizations. So I wanted to make sure that they are not misstating their accounts, they are using the public donation wisely, efficiently, effectively, specifically for the project objectives. And there aren't any sort of bribery or corruption or money laundering or conflicts of interest activities or transactions going on in these entities. So first of all, I would say before I was willing to go self-employed, I've already gone through that career ladder, the promotion process. And I could say I've got it out of the system. And after a while in your life, you started to want a different lifestyle or a better work-life balance. As a self-employed consultant, you get the flexibility to choose, which projects you want to go into. Are you interested in that particular region that you want to work in for that project? If so, then go ahead. The world is your oyster. Put it that way. I feel that young people nowadays, especially the ones from Indonesia, are very confident and full of innovative ideas and very energetic. And I think these are great qualities that they should keep when they go into the career path. My other advice would be, when they have sent off hundreds of applications in London or, in Indonesia, and, you're bound to receive quite a number of rejections. So don't get too deflated or disappointed when you receive those rejections. I think they're part of the the application or the job searching process, and you always learn something about yourself. And the other thing is, when you do get given the interviews, make sure that of course you have to stay positive and polite and pleasant in the interview process, but make sure that you throw in sufficient technical perspective on the problem that is being discussed by the interviewer, because then that would show how much technical value you can add to the role. My last suggestion would be, say ultimately they've sent off 500 applications and in the end they perhaps got that one offer or 2 job offers. And maybe the offer is not as ideal as they had hoped to be. Perhaps it's not in the ideal location, not giving them the ideal salary, not in the ideal role or industry. I think they should really just take up the opportunity, try to be in the role, and there will be a lot of positive attributes in the role that you will enjoy ultimately. You're always making some progress in life if you're working on a role professionally. Learn from the role, just do it. That's my suggestion. Post-pandemic, even during the pandemic, I want to visit the places. but post-pandemic, I would like to go to China again for work purposes, and also just to see how the place is actually like now, after they've gone through so much devastation, the crisis, how are they actually faring right now after the pandemic? There's so many interesting cities and places in China. I like the Yellow Mountains, the Huangshan Mountains. If you like nature and countryside, fresh local culture, then I think Huangshan near Anhui province, that is good. It's really not the typical Chinese cities that you see on the internet. So it hasn't got big buildings, big factories. It's just plain untouched natural beauty.